What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 900 subscribers, of course. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Jonathan Kuminga. And if you don't know, Jonathan Kuminga just made his Hawks debut yesterday, and it was everything that you want to see out of Jonathan Kuminga. He was playing in transition. He was getting to the rim. He was hitting the three-point shot, in which obviously you have to question the Golden State Warriors talent development aspect. And I feel like this is the Jonathan Kuminga I feel like people expected to see, or even the Warriors fans expected to see this season, coming off of obviously getting a contract extension, you wanting to get paid, you not obviously making Steve Kerr's rotation. It just has to question it. And I saw some shit where why wasn't Jonathan Kuminga doing this on the Warriors? And what Kevin Durant's burner said, if you don't set screens and space the floor for Steph, you're getting traded. And I feel like this is an interesting development for Jonathan Kuminga, in which obviously this gives Kuminga a chance to play. He gets a chance to prove that he actually belongs. He has that star potential that the Warriors thought he had, the potential that he had coming out of the draft, and obviously Atlanta with Jalen Johnson just trying to build talent around him. And with that being said, I'm not going to use one game to analyze that Jonathan Kuminga is going to be a star. But I do want to talk about his new environment, because I never really got a chance to talk about the Jonathan Kuminga versus Porzingis trade, blah, blah, blah. Porzingis, I feel like we all know that he is an injury-prone player. Right now, he is, again, sick for 2 weeks, so you never know how healthy Kristaps Porzingis is going to be in the long haul. But for the Atlanta Hawks to take a flyer on Jonathan Kuminga, a player that shows his athleticism, shows he could be a two-way player at some times. Maybe Quinn Snyder could get the dumbass IQ, the mistakes that he does, the little things out, and playing next to an all-star level player like Jalen Johnson, even though Jalen Johnson did get injured yesterday, sucks. But I feel like this is crucial for Jonathan Kuminga. He'll finally see what he's made of. And I feel like all the complications that happened over the last season, I feel like really diminished Jonathan Kuminga's character, because before the season, I haven't heard a peep around him. Like, I haven't heard of him being a negative Nancy, but as soon as it was a contract year for him, as soon as he got injured last year and he was taken out of the rotation because the Warriors did start to play better, and then when it got to playoff time, they needed Jonathan Kuminga, actually still didn't play him. It took till Stephen Curry got hurt, where you need Jonathan Kuminga's offense, and what did he do? He provided it like he did before. But even this season, when Curry got hurt, when Jimmy got hurt, obviously, who did they turn to? Who was getting do not plays for 2 months straight? Jonathan Kuminga. And what did he do first game? He dropped 20. What did he do the next game? He got injured. So when you look at Jonathan Kuminga as a player, I feel like this season with the Hawks, maybe he won't be a long-term piece for the Atlanta Hawks, but obviously this gives him a chance to prove himself. Yesterday, if you wasn't watching the highlights I put up in the first minute, right now the Hawks are the 9th seed, 29-31, with the Charlotte Hornets on their tail, who are 28-31. So obviously, if you don't know, the Eastern Conference is going to be a fight for standings. And if Jonathan Kuminga plays like he did last night, I don't think it's going to be as efficient as he was last night, but I'm interested to see how this season can go for him. And yesterday, he had 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists with 2 steals. Really just an overall great game for Jonathan Kuminga. Like, one of the best games, I feel like, of his career. And this comes after him being injured and him getting this fresh start. It should prove to you how incredibly stupid this trade could be for the Golden State Warriors, not getting the most out of Jonathan Kuminga. Just getting an injury-prone player that we knew during the trade deadline, when this trade happened, it's only a matter of time before Porzingis got hurt or Porzingis got sick, whatever. But just trading Jonathan Kuminga, I feel like you had to. Like, I felt like there was no way that Jonathan Kuminga was going to make it past the trade deadline. And I feel like if you're a Warriors fan and you're talking bad about that trade, I feel like, yeah, maybe the assets that you got back for Kuminga, but I really do feel like it was time to move on. I thought it was time to move on during free agency. I thought you should just let him walk. But instead, you got Kristaps Porzingis, who's on an expiring contract. Potentially, you could have cap space this season. Potentially, you trade Draymond Green, even though the GM, or no, not the GM, the owner said you could never trade a player like Draymond. I don't really get it, but I feel like maximizing the final years of Stephen Curry is probably going to be important for the Golden State Warriors, but at the same time, with the talent around him, you can't say that they're doing the most as possible. But that could all change if they decide to trade for Giannis next in the off season, or that's the decision made for Giannis whether he wants to get traded or not. Because like I said, I'm done talking about Giannis on different teams. He's on Milwaukee Bucks, so I'm only gonna talk about him on the Bucks. So look out for that video. But when you look at Jonathan Kuminga, I'm interested to see his fresh start and see how he can obviously blossom into a player that he thinks he could be, or with the flashes of potential that I've seen, because I've seen athleticism. I saw the two-way potential during the first 10 games of the season before it looked like he just gave up. Like this season overall, Jonathan Kuminga is averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 2.5 assists, shooting 45.5% from the field and 32% from the three. He's not having a good season by any means. The 2024-2025 season, the season where he got benched, he only averaged 24 minutes and he played 15.5. He averaged 15.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, and 2.5 assists, shooting 45.5% from the field and 30.5% from the three. In the 2023-2024 season, he averaged 16 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, shooting 53% from the field and 32% from the three. So I feel like Jonathan Kuminga, for him to be at his best, the field goal has to be above 47. There's no way an athletic player like yourself should be shooting lower than 46, 45%. But it's all up to Jonathan Kuminga and whether he could show this potential or potentially take Zachary Richard's spot, because I think if y'all on my channel, y'all should probably know how I feel about Zachary Richard. I just made a video about him last week or 2 weeks ago, so sometime like that. He could potentially take Richard's spot. So I'm interested to see how the rest of the season goes for Jonathan Kuminga. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about Jonathan Kuminga's first game, and how do y'all feel he could develop? How y'all feel he can develop on the Atlanta Hawks, if that makes sense? Y'all let me know down below. Subscribe. What's good, y'all? If y'all made it to the end of the video, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And there's a video right here. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it if you like this one. And the channel icon's right there if you want to just check out the channel in general. And yeah, leave a like too, because it really helps the algorithm push me out. And yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching this video nonetheless.